Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you like puzzles or if you'd like to see me struggle to solve one and have a laugh at my expense, then you're at the right address. So please like and subscribe. Today I'm going to be trying my hand at Variant Sudoku 101 Renban Lines by Phoenix Aki. If you'd like to give it a go, there will be a link in the description below. If you do, please let me know how you fared and what you thought of it. This will be another video in the Variant Sudoku 101 series based on the puzzle series of Phoenix Aki. So if you'd like to start at the beginning or check the previous videos, there is a relevant playlist for you to check out on the channel. Right, let's read the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, column, and 3x3 box. Dynamic fog. The grid is mostly covered in gray fog. Placing correct digits into cells will progressively clear away the fog, at minimum under those cells and sometimes in other parts of the grid as well. No guessing is required. Right, so if we put the correct digit here, then it will clear the fog from this cell, and maybe it might clear fog somewhere else in the puzzle. Right, Renban lines. Digits along a pink line. All of the lines are pink. This is the topic of today's puzzle. Must form a non-repeating consecutive sequence, arranged in any order. For example, a 3-cell line could contain the digits 4, 5, 6, arranged as 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 4, 4, 6, 5, etc. So this is a 3-cells Renban line, for instance. We could have 4, 5, 6, but we don't have to have them in any particular order. Right, that's it. A sip of tea. Always recommended with Sudoku puzzles, at least on this channel. We restart to reset the time. Right, so what can we tell about Renban puzzles? Or Renban lines, I should say. For instance, those two Renban lines that we see start here and we know continue there, have a 9. If they have a 9, then they definitely have to have an 8. Sure, we don't know that these are 8, right? This could be a 9 cells long Renban line, for instance, and the 8 would be at the other end or anywhere else. But we know that this line has to have an 8, for instance. Now, if we take this line or that one, these are 7 long, right? So if we start at 1, we would end up at 7. And if we start at 9, we would end up at 3, right? So that means the numbers between 3 and 7 are always on this line. It doesn't matter where we start, right? Because when we start at the minimum and we start at the maximum, the intersection always has to be there between 1 and 9. So we know for sure that we have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We don't know what the sequence is. It could be 1 to 7, it could be 2 to 8, or it could be 3 to 9. But we know that in all of those sequences, we have 3 and 7. The same here. And I'm using the wrong pencil marking. Apologies. Right, but I'm not gonna pencil mark that because it's too confusing. If we use corner pencil marks, then there are lots of pencil marks. That was just for illustrating that we need 3 to 7 on those. Okay, but what does that mean? What can we do with that information? What can we do with this information? What do I know about these? They're not related, right? But what can I say about those? Well, I know that we can't have 5 or 9, right? So this, for instance, those are less than 5, right? These are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, right? Because the 6s can't be used. So 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9 are not allowed. Right, and we already said that this definitely has 3, 4, and 5, right? So this doesn't have 3, 4, or 5. So now we know that there's the minimum a 2 on this line, right? since we couldn't use 3, 4, 5. But if we have a 2, the maximum becomes a 4, right? 2, 3, 4, and we can't have 5 anymore. Of course, we don't need 2, 3, 4, but just as an example, it could be 2, 4, 3. Still, we can't have a 5 anymore. That's the most important point. And we definitely have 2 and 3 here now, right? Because if the same concept that we've used here, the minimum we could have is 1, 2, 3, and the maximum is 2, 3, 4. So 2 and 3 are always needed for this. Well, this one I can pencil mark, it's only 2 if I switch to digits at least. So we always have 2 and 3 here. This isn't 3, but it doesn't have to be 2. Right, so what does that mean? Well, it means that at least this isn't from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Because if this was from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then we would have no digits to fill here anymore. So this is either 3 to 9 or 2 to 8. So now we know something more in here, and that is that we need an 8 as well, right? Right, so we can't have 1 on the line anymore at all. If this is 1, then this could be, what could this be if this is 1? It could be 2 or 9, right? What happens if this is 2? Oh, this could be 1, right? Right, so if it's 1, this is 2 or 9. And if this is 2, then this is definitely 1. Okay, we can't have 9. Okay. So if this is 1, this is definitely 2, right? Because if we have 2 to 8 here, there's no place to put 9 anymore. So there's definitely 9 on the line, actually. That's a better way of looking at it. And if we have 9 on the line, because now we don't have, that was another way I could have started looking at this. I didn't even really realize that. But we had 2 9s, so those 2 couldn't be 9. So we definitely have a 9 on the line. Actually, this means that this one has a 9 as well. And if you have a 9, then the only solution you have is to start from 9 and fill the line. So this would be 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, right? And this would be 1 or 2. This would have to be the same since there is a 9 on it as well. And these are from 1, 2 as well, right? These are from 1, 2 as well. So what do I do with this? What do I do with this? Right. So if I have 1 and 2 on these 2 cells, then I need to use both 1 and 2, right? 2 digits in 2 cells. So I can't use 1 and 2 here anymore. But I did need 2 on the line. So this is definitely 2. And it's 2, 3, 4. And if that's 2, then that's 1. And if that's 1, that's 2. And if that's 2, then that's 1. And now we see more clues. And if this is 2 and we can't use 1 anymore, then this is definitely 2, 3, 4, like this one, right? Now that we have 9s here and we see the length of the lines, it's 3 digits, then we know that these have to be from 7, 8, right? Now this is not from 7, 8 anymore, but we do need 7, 8 in columns 1 and 2 and 9. So that's 7, 8, and that's 7, 8 as well. Right, so what's missing still in those columns? Well, in column number 1, I'm still missing a 6, and in column number 9, I'm missing a 5. Right. And another sip of tea. Another sip of tea. But I can see here that there is a line. I don't know if this is a 3 line or 2 or that's difficult, I guess, right? It could be 4 even. The same here. So I couldn't tell what those are actually. Does it matter though? Can I have 1 here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't have 1, right? That's in any case. Can't have 1 in any of those because even if it's 4 long, we cannot get to 1. Correct? So I need 1 in one of these. And the same applies there. Here, actually, I can't have 1 or 2, right? Because even if we have 2 here, then the maximum we could have is 2, 3, 4, and it doesn't connect with the 6. So that's 2. That's 2, 1, and that's 3, 4. Right. So this would have to be from 2 or, well, actually, I don't know that. What am I talking about? That's not true. That is not true on both sides. I've already assumed that they're longer than they have to be, right? Because this could just be 1. All I know is that this one is not 1 or 2, so that's from 3 and 4, and this one isn't 1, but these could be all 1. Okay. How do I continue then? How do I continue? I do need 9 here somewhere. Not sure how that helps. I need 5 there, and I need 6 here, right? Well, obviously we can't have 5, 6, 9, but we could have 5 and 6. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I can't have 9, right? I can't have 9 in any case, because 9 would need 7 and 8, and we can't have 7 and 8. So 9 is in one of those. But that still doesn't get me anything, does it? I know that this isn't 3, 4. And I know that this isn't 7, 8. Because of the 7, 8 here. This isn't 3, 4 either, because of this 3, 4. And this isn't 7, 8. Right. Right. So I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here to no one's surprise. How does that help me? Trying to avoid just pencil marking for the sake of pencil marking. This couldn't be 1, but besides that, I don't know what it could be, right? That's interesting. That is interesting. Right, so let's pencil mark and see what I'm supposed to do here. What am I supposed to do here? This could still be 7. We can't have 8 here, right? So these would have to be 9, 8. Because 8 would require a 7 or a 9, right? Well, actually, in a 3, it would require a 7 anyway, because even if we have a 9, 9, 8, 7 is the minimum, but we can't have 7 in any of those. So this isn't 8, and it isn't 9 either, so that's 8, 9. Okay. Oh, so where is 7? This would have to be a 7. The pencil marking does help, at least in my case. And if this is a 7, then this would have to be 6 and 5. Right. Right. Like I said, it helps in my case. All right. See? luckily I didn't continue with the assumption that this is 3 long. I don't know why. I do that often, unfortunately. Right, sure, but now I can't have 2 here either anymore, right? Because it's only 3 long. So this is a maximum of, oh, I could have 2 here. No, I couldn't. This is a 6, right? We'll get to that. Right, I can't have 2. But I don't know what that is. This could still be 4, 5, 6, right? Or it could be 5, 4, 3. Or it could be 5, 3, 4. So lots of options. 5, 4, 3, 5, 3, 4, and 4, 5, 6. Yes, I think that's it. Right, but what about this one? We can't have 3 anymore because there's no way of connecting it with the 6. So that's a 4. This would have to be 5. None of these are 4 anymore. Right. That's not 4 or 5. That isn't 5 either. Right. That's not 5. That is not 5. More T. What am I missing here? Well, I'm missing 1, 2, 3, which means that here I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, and I definitely need a 4, right? Here. So none of these are 4. So this becomes a 3. And if that's a 3, then this has to be a 4. That's not a 4, so this becomes a 4. Right, so far, so good. This becomes a 3, that's a 4. And, well, now I didn't realize that we've discovered the length of these as well. If there's a 1, then this one has to be a 2, right? Both of these, because that's the only sequence that starts with 1 and is too long. So these become 2. This isn't 2 anymore. Neither is this one. Neither are these 3 because we've used up 3 here. So that's 1, that's 2. That's not 2 or 3 anymore, it's 1 or 4. So there's no 1 here, and that's 1. This becomes a 3, and this becomes a 2. So far, so good. So far, so good. Right, we see a new one. Weird shape. Get tuning fork. Right, and we have 1 and 4. Both of them are there, right? So we need at least a 2 and 3, right? To connect the 1 and 4. Actually, the fact that there is a 1, we know that this starts at 1, this sequence, and it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in some capacity. So these are 2, 3, or 6. It's 6 long. I counted this once. So if we start at 1, we definitely have to go to 6. These aren't 6 though. This isn't 2. This isn't 3. Well, this is the only place we have a 3 now, so it's a 3. These aren't 3 anymore. And 2, 5, and 6 are gone as well. So this isn't 5 or 6. This isn't 7. Right. These aren't 4. This one isn't 3. Yeah. Fixing the pencil marks is an integral part of solving Sudoku puzzles. A part I'm not amazing at, but we try, right? This is not 5, 7, or 6. Anything else I can either pencil mark or solve? Well, I see that this line is too long, but it could be 3, right? So I don't know really. Then this could go this far, or it could continue. So I don't know. I do not know. Right. So that's 2, 5, 6. That's 2, 5, 6. Which means, what does it mean? I need a 1 here. Does that matter? Oh, it does, because one of these is 1, right? And if one of these is 1, then that's not 1, and this has to be 1. Right. Right. I need a 1 here as well, just in case. And these are all 1, which means that I can't have 1 here. Another way of looking at that is where is 1 in column number 5? Well, none of these are 1. So one of those two has to be 1. Okay. Anything else I can? No, I have 4. I can't. I don't see anything else. Okay. I'll take another sip of tea. I'll take another sip of tea. Hmm. So that's from 7, 8, 9, right? It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So that's, well, all of those are from 7, 8, 9. That's probably easy. Okay. How does that work? What could this one be? Because it can't be 5 or 6. It can't be 5 or 6. So is this from 7, 8, 9 as well? Oh, this isn't 7 or 8. Oh, okay, that makes it much easier, doesn't it? That's a 9. It's not a 9. That's not 9. It's from 7, 8. Now I have 7, 8 in column number 3, so this is not 7 or 8. Right, but I still don't know what this one is, do I? I know that these aren't 9. No, I don't know what I did. These aren't 9. And that's, oh, I do need a 3 in box number 9, right? And these can't be 3 because we have 3s there. These aren't 3 either, so this is definitely a 3. And that means that that's from 5, 6. Okay. All right. This isn't 9 anymore. This isn't 9. Well, I still, oh, that's from 5, 6. Oh, okay, which means that this line has to finish there, right? Because even if this is 9, 8, then we need at least a 7. So this is definitely 8 then. And this is definitely 1, which means that that's 4 and that's 1. Right. Right. How do I continue? I continue by resolving these. I still don't know what these are. Right. What am I still missing here? I'm missing a 9 in any case, right? I'm missing a 9, which means that these aren't 9. Missing a 9 and something from 5, 6. So this is 5, 6, right? Which means that between this 5, well, we have now a triplet with 5, 6, 9, which means that we can't use 6 here. That's 7, 8. Well, another way of looking at it was the 5, 6 couple in row number 9. Okay, time for more tea. Time for more tea. Where's 5 in column number 3? Well, those can't be 5. These aren't 5. This isn't 5. So one of these have to be 5, which means that this one isn't 5. It doesn't really help me, but right. It doesn't really help me. Right. Well, I don't know that this one is a 2, right? Because again, if this line just continues into this this cell, then this has to be a 2, but it could continue further, and then this one would be 2. This could be 3 then. So it could even continue even further, and this could be 2. So I have no idea, right? I can't make that assumption. I do know that there is a 2 here somewhere. That doesn't help me very much, though. What do I know more than that? What do I know? Not much, do I? Oh, I know that this one isn't 5. That's probably an easy way to start. Oh, right. And this clears up this one and gives me this this clue. Now I know that the line ends in this cell, row 3, column 4. So this is definitely 2. That helps. And that gives me more clues. That's 3, that's 2. Right. So this one has to be 1 or 3, right? Because this could be 1, 2, or 2, 3. However, 1 is already used, so this has to be 3. Which means that none of these are 3. None of them are 3. I don't know what I did. Oh, okay. None of them are 3. Now the only place we have 3 in row 1 is there. So that's a 3. That's a 3. Okay. And these are then from 4, 6, and 9, right? We definitely need a 4 here, though, which means that we can't have a 9 because we can't connect 4 to 9 with 3 cells. So there's no 9 here. It's 4, 6, which means that this one has to be 5 to connect them. And this isn't 5 anymore. Neither is this one. We definitely have a 5 there somewhere. That becomes a 9. That becomes a 6. This one isn't a 6. That's 5. That's 9. That's 5. And that's 6. Excellent. That's not a 5 anymore. So this one is definitely 5. This one is definitely 5. How do I continue? How do I continue? Well, this one isn't 5, so it's 6. That's 5. If that's 6, then this one isn't 6. To no one's surprise. Right. What can I have here? Well, I can't have 1 anymore, right? Because 1 would require a 2. So that's 1. This isn't 1 anymore, and that's 1. Okay, so far so good. Now what could this be? Oh, well, let's continue with the resolving the pencil marks first. Right, so I'm missing 7, 8, and 9, right? I can't have 7 and 8 because it would break this cell. Or another way of looking at it is I definitely need a 9 here because that's the only 9 in row 3. So if there's a 9, then it has to be 9, 8. This becomes a 7. This becomes an 8. And this is definitely a 7 then. So that's not 7 or 8 anymore. This is 6. There's no 6 here anymore. And that's from, what is that? 6 and 9. Right, so this is 6, this is 9. Right, there's no 9 here. It's been the case for a while, I think. That's not a 9. That's from 4, 8. Interesting. That's a 7. That's an 8. There's no 8 here anymore, so that's 4. That's not 4. That's 8, which gives me a 7 and a 4. 7 would need a 9 here and a 7 there. This becomes a 9 and this becomes an 8. Why are these not solved? Because I forgot about that. 9 would give me an 8 here and a 9. This becomes an 8 and this becomes a 7. Right, moment of truth. Yay. Well, I hope that you enjoyed it. It's a great introduction to Renban Lines. There are lots of other puzzles using Renban Lines on the channel, so if you want another challenge, then you can just search for Renban and you will find them. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, maybe share, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.